What's up, webheads? Welcome to the Cinema Asylum podcast. Today we are reviewing Season 1 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I am Matthew, one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I'm Dyllan, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
And I'm John Thompson. I'm the action animation expert, showing up my Spider-Man hoodie for this episode.
The old man expert.
Oh, whatever.
Just as old as Uncle Ben when he died.
Oh, that's just cruel, dude.
Shot fired, bang, bang.
Wow. Good night. Oh, Dyllan. Oh.
Straight out of the gate. Let's go, baby.
Straight out of the chamber.
You guys are terrible.
They say with great power comes great responsibility. I don't listen to that shit, though.
But anyway, in all seriousness, I will tell you this. This was actually my second favorite, second most anticipated TV show of this year. Just remember how Daredevil Born Again. I could not wait to watch this show.
It is Sunday. I guess Uncle Ben was holy.
Oh, crap. Dagnabbit, Matthew. Ugh.
He made a sacrifice for the greater good.
But, I couldn't wait to check this one out. All right, so who wants to go first on this one?
First of all, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers, because we got a lot to discuss for sure.
There's no point in being spoiler free here. We're just gonna dive in.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of you guys go first. Go ahead.
We can all kind of just give our thoughts. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll throw a few thoughts out there, and you guys can kind of like play off of it.
Okay.
All right.
Documents. Here we go.
Yep, he's getting set up.
First off, we'll just start right at the beginning. The theme was a banger.
Yeah.
I'd say
I think it's one of the best Spider-Man themes.
It's
that
the
we've
best
done.
I
Spider-Man
love
theme
it.
to
Every
me.
time I say skip intro, I'm like, no, I'm not skipping intro.
Yeah.
I did it for sake of time, but other
Yeah,
than that,
sure. Yeah.
I really need to go back and just watch all the intros.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I love it.
The intro is great. Even like the sequence itself, not just the music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
The animation style, just not nearly as good as Spider-Verse, but still incredible.
See, okay, that was one of the things where I was seeing a lot of people that were complaining about it. They were like, oh, this looks so ugly. It's like, okay, then don't watch it.
It looks like the old Amazing Fantasy comics.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I was like, they were going for a very specific thing here,
Yeah.
and they absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't like that, then I'm sorry, but you don't
Yeah.
like the comics.
Right.
I love the
Like, I know that
animation.
that's a broad statement, but
Yeah.
you have to be a fan of the original comics, or you have to not be a fan of the original comics to be like, oh, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ugly.
I love the
don't know why you
animation.
did this.
It looks phenomenal. I don't know why people start complaining. It's that's stupid.
It's some of the best animated web slinging that we've ever gotten.
Yes.
Yes.
I
yes.
truly love it. It's so good.
The different costume switches were great too.
Yes. Yes. It was.
The Beetle inspired one.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
the one where he's got the little glider wings. He's
Yeah.
dressed all in black. That was really funny.
Yeah. Where the kid starts crying and he's like, this kid starts screaming and crying when she sees me. I don't think this is working.
Yeah, that was great.
If only the world had known about Black Panther at that point, they
Yeah.
could have made a joke about being sued.
Guess what, dude? Whoever made the costume, that was not the wisest costume, dude. I'm sorry.
This is kind of just my personal preference. It's nice that we got Nico because we got some goth representation.
Yeah.
I feel like her friendship with Peter's great. Like, it's really adorable.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it sucks that we came. I really wish that we could move away from this entire thing of depicting in media. Best friend finds out that person who is a very
lying to
well-known
them, yeah.
superhero who has got a giant target on their back was lying to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, why didn't you tell me? It's like, why the hell do you think? Nico, I get it. You're 15. I get it. Like, your feelings are hurt. My feelings will probably be hurt too. But like,
Iris.
yeah, Iris, Amber, and Invincible.
Yeah.
Like, she pissed me off season 1, and people still defended her. I was like,
And
no.
she knew about it too.
Yeah, she was like, no, I know that you're invincible. I'm still upset that you've been protecting me this entire time.
I need to catch up on season 3.
Same. I haven't watched any of it.
We better hurry because it's almost time to review it.
Really? Already?
I think it's on like episode 5 already out of 8.
How many episodes did they start with?
3, I think. That's what
Oh,
Reacher did too.
God.
They dropped 3 this first day.
Yeah, I need to catch up to Reacher.
Yes,
Really
before we
bad.
review
Can I
it.
say this real quickly on Invincible? There's a great YouTube video where someone put in Spectacular Spider-Man and Invincible.
Yeah, it's really good. I love
I
that.
thought
about it.
I thought that could have been cool for an episode. That was really cool.
Well, that's who it originally was.
Nice.
In the original comic, it was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, like there was a full crossover. Like it was Spider-Man in that. He came across Batman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
I
like
need to
that
find
like
that.
little dark bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. But anyway, but Nico, I agree. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I really like Nico. Kari Walgren played Aunt May. She played Starfire in the like Teen Titans Judas Contract and stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
I've got a few of these. Phil Lamar was in the show.
Yeah. Heard him from a mile away.
Doctor Strange did the growls for Doomsday in Batman vs. Superman.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, that was Robert Atkin Downs.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool.
He's a huge actor elsewhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Him and Kari Walgren are both like they have like 700 IMDb credits.
Yeah.
Dang.
They're true powerhouses.
Yeah.
They brought a lot of talent here.
That's something you can say about voice acting that you can't say about regular actors.
Absolutely.
Is voice actors can have massive amounts of credits.
Yeah.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson has like 150, I think, in his 40, 50 years of acting.
Yeah.
And they've been acting since the 90s, and they got like 700 credits.
Nice.
It's also a great thing for range
Yes.
because there's only so many ways that you can like scrunch up your face and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I know that acting is more than just that, but when you're an actor who can't portray yourself with your face,
Yeah.
like you make up for it really well with your voice. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't think that, and just voice acting in general is an insane talent. I have so much respect for him.
I got a few more things I'll mention.
Yeah, go.
I'm kind of going towards the end now. The hiring board at the end,
Okay, yeah,
when Harry's starting his new company.
yeah.
You see Ned
Mhm.
and Electro.
Mm-hmm. Well, there were a lot more names on there too. I think,
I didn't catch any more that were like standing out to me.
I'd have to rewatch it. I caught a lot. I think Lunella Lafayette was on there. She's Moon Girl.
Okay, yeah, I caught that. I seen that name.
Yeah,
Very good, Dylan. When I'm pronouncing the name, very good.
well, it's not a hard name to pronounce. I got speech things. No, I'm really happy about that. I will say because that little tie-in is really cool because the MCU parks that they have with Disney.
Yeah.
Part of it, especially over in California Adventure, there's the Webb Institute
Okay.
where Peter is one of the people that works there, and he's Spider-Man stuff. But Moon Girl is there. Doreen was another one that was brought up. Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
She was also on that hiring list. She works with Webb and all that other stuff. I'm really glad that they're doing a little more cohesiveness with that universe.
Since the show got scrapped, New Warriors,
Mm.
can we get the AT&T girl as Squirrel Girl in this?
Melania Vaintrub.
Yes,
yeah.
I forgot her name. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. They got her for Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
Yeah, if we could get a grown-up Doreen, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, please bring her in as Squirrel Girl.
I got two
Please.
more points I want to bring up. I'll save my favorite point for last. The homie from Shang-Chi. Yo, what's up? It's your boy.
No, he's from Homecoming.
Well, he didn't do that in Homecoming, and I don't know if it was the same character. If it was,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Okay,
It's the same
because his
dude.
voice was different in Homecoming. He was doing a different thing with his
Yeah,
voice.
he's like, "Hey, are you Spider-Man? Don't flip."
His voice was a lot more higher pitched. Maybe he
Yeah.
was sick though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was
I
originally in
know that was
Homecoming.
him.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, he did the same thing as Shang-Chi, like filming everything.
Nice.
I wonder
I'm
if he's just
so-
gonna show up in the MCU just filming everything.
Yeah, please. He shows up in
He's hilarious.
Secret Wars.
Yeah.
He's
He
like,
could be a-
hey,
he could
it's
be
your
the-
boy, this funky ass Doom guy.
he could be the next Stan Lee cameo if you wanted to.
Okay.
Please. I would be so on board with that.
I would too.
Thank
I
you.
want random
Thank
stuff
you.
like that.
They
I
actually
just,
like
it's-
it for once.
Yeah. It's
So we got-
definitely better than the Vin Diesel one.
All right, we're not going back to that.
So I'm filming this. So I learned a little bit about the multiverse in school. I want to try to break this down for you as people are coming from all these different portals. But yeah, it was cool watching them street race. That was funny. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that.
Yeah, that was great.
I feel like Nico and Harry's friendship is going to be really cool.
I really like that dynamic. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
I like the dynamic. We'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I will say I hope that they pivot from. Excuse me. I hope that they pivot away from Norman being the primary benefactor for Peter.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, and he's got to turn into Goblin at some point.
He's going to.
Like the fact that we
got the
already have the
glider.
glider. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that's what they're doing with the spider blood. That's what's going to make him into the goblin.
yeah, I
It's
could
going to
see
not
that.
mix right. And
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh well, I've got this like disease or something I try to cure, like all
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Rossi.
yeah,
Um,
that's what they're going to do. I'm calling it now.
I believe it. Can we talk about Osborn for just a second?
Yeah, and then I'll go into my final point.
Coleman Domingo, he was so good.
Yeah.
On par with Willem.
He really was.
Yeah.
He
Different vibe, but still great.
yeah he was very menacing.
Yes.
And I know Willem's Norman has his own intensity.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to see a more controlled insanity. here.
Willem is more Mark Hamill.
Mm.
Coleman is more Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I can see that comparison. Yeah, all right. I think that Coleman just knocked it out of the park, man. Like I want
Yeah.
him in live action.
Yes.
Like
We're getting him in live action.
But please, especially if he ends up getting winning lead actor.
Yeah. Could you see him versus Tom Holland?
That would be awesome. No, like genuinely, like I need to see it. I need to see it so bad. Faggy, Faggy, please,
My boy.
please.
Yes, make it happen.
There have been some questionable decisions, but please, this is one that you can't mess up. It's served to you on a platter. You already nailed it. All you have to do is adapt it into live action.
At least we know in Born Again we won't be referencing She-Hulk.
I have not yet watched it. I bet it's
Don't bother.
Watch it.
Shush, Matthew.
Don't listen
I
to
bet
a
it's,
little
I bet
bitch
it's,
in your ear.
Yeah, I bet it's funny. I bet I wouldn't like it.
No, it's a good show. People say that it's visually not good, and they're in. You could fuck off with that one.
Shush.
That's disingenuous.
Shush, Matthew. You said you didn't like Toy Story. Shush.
The
This has nothing to
VFX
do
for
with Toy
She-Hulk
Story.
is awesome.
Hulk looks horrible. Okay, not okay.
What?
No, Hulk. I just feel like he's downgraded massively from Incredible Hulk.
Smart Hulk, yes. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying there. I don't like what they did with Smart Hulk. I'm on the team
The
where
kid
they're like,
was.
I
the
don't.
kid looked horrible.
Yeah, okay. Scar was like the only issue.
Yeah,
Visually,
that
he
was
was
the
the only issue,
glaring
and
issue,
even then,
yeah.
I think it was the fuck ass haircut.
Okay. Yeah, he was the. That's all I can think of. I've seen that in my nightmares.
Well, yeah, because it was the kid from what's that comedy? Penn Oswalt narrates it. I can't remember, but he was a kid that grew up on like a sitcom and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they got him to play Scar, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" No. He's the only bad part about that show. I'm just gonna say he is the only bad part. The rest of it is really fun. It's really cool. I check it out, John. Don't listen to a little bitch in your ear. Check it out.
I will. I'm planning on checking it out whenever I have the chance.
Yeah. Everybody that says that show looks horrible doesn't know what they're talking about. Scar is the only exception to that.
Although I heard Secret Invasion is bad, but that's another conversation for another day.
yeah, it was whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, Matthew,
Yeah,
go ahead.
You had another point.
We got my boy. Setting up for next week. We got Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We even get the theme music.
Do I get to say something about the actor?
It's Charlie Cox.
Which I didn't know that. I had to look it up. And when I found out that
It's his voice.
Well, I wouldn't know it's animated. I wouldn't know.
You can't tell. You've watched 3 seasons of a show. You can't tell
I
it's
did, but I
him?
didn't know that was Charlie Cox's voice, so I look it up.
Dylan's just sipping his coffee or whatever. Just
Tea.
Dylan's about to spill some tea all over John.
I didn't
About
know.
to huck a fucking cup.
Hey, I didn't know that was Charlie Cox's voice in the animated. I'm
Big
sorry.
fan.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
fan.
but seeing the cameo in that show, it was awesome. Sorry.
I was going to
Matthew.
say the fight scenes were excellent between them.
Yes.
They were.
Yes.
They were very well executed.
I want to see that in live action.
Charlie Cox has been talking about wanting to team up.
Yeah, I know. Him and
I
Holland
need
would
it.
be great together.
They
Please
would
make
be.
it
I think
happen.
that they would play off each other really
Yeah.
well.
Holland would be like, "Why are you being so serious, dude?" Charlie Cox would be, "You should be more serious."
Because my life's on the line.
Yeah.
True.
It would be an excellent fight between them if they got to fight.
I do actually have one complaint about Daredevil being in the show.
Okay.
I was not a fan of some of his dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue was
It
questionable.
was too on the nose.
It was.
Man, you could see really well. Or I forget what it was.
Yeah,
Or the
you could see really well, not exactly.
the not exactly thing. It's like I understand that this isn't the same Peter that has already come across Matt Murdock, but like, come on,
Yeah.
don't be cheeky like that. That's not something that Daredevil would say. Let's be honest.
Apparently, the really cheeky line from No Way Home is referenced in Born Again. The "I'm a really good lawyer."
Oh yeah.
That was in one of the trailers. He's like, "I'm a really good lawyer."
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
To be fair,
Although that's more sarcasm.
yeah, like that's
That wasn't on the nose. It was more sarcasm.
you're going to need a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
What? How'd you do that?
I'm a really good lawyer.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah, that's more sarcasm.
That's such a
No,
great line. I love that line.
I actually finally watched the way more fun version.
I watched it.
The extended cut.
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, I bought it on Apple.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's it doesn't expand where you wish it would. It really just draws out the high school scene.
Yeah, and it's not that much longer either. It's like 5 minutes longer.
I thought it was like 7.
Either way, it's
Yeah,
not.
so- it's not like they had another
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched it in preparation for that new Venom movie, and I'm glad I watched the extended fun version. I enjoyed it. It's really fun.
It genuinely is.
Yeah. But I
No
mean,
Way Home is just a great movie altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
through
didn't
and
mean to
through.
interrupt you on the whole Daredevil thing when I said I love the cameo. I love the cameo, which I did not see that coming. That was great.
Really? You didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't know Daredevil was going to be in the show until when I watched the episode. And
The episode literally had the devil in the title type.
He was also in the trailer.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
One of the
I
trailers.
only watched the teaser. That was it.
Okay.
Those were my main points. I could jump back in later if you guys have anything that I want to bounce off.
Okay. So I just said before, this was my second most anticipated show behind Daredevil Born Again, which, man, cannot wait for it. But honestly, in terms of Spider-Man animated shows, I would say it's my third favorite, just behind the 90s version and Spectacular Spider-Man. I loved it that much. I personally think that, for me, I don't have any flaws. I personally think it's a perfect show. I loved it that much. Animation, agree, is amazing. Absolutely loved it. Every single thing. Every time I see Spider-Man, I'm just thinking I just keep thinking to myself, see, Sony, learn from this. Learn from this. Like, come on, Sony. Like, that's.
I need to rewatch the 90s and the Spectacular because I don't care for them from what
I know, and I was shocked by that you didn't like those. I was very surprised by that.
I have Spectacular on DVD. I might have to rewatch it soon.
I need to buy the whole season on Vudu. I got the first episode.
There's a Blu-ray set of it too.
That's true, but they're very expensive.
They are.
Yeah, but I definitely need to do
The
that.
DVD's only like $20, I think. I paid like $14 for it on sale.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I had so much fun with every single episode. Like, I loved it so much. It was such an excellent show. Episode 10 was genius. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love episode 10. That was such a awesome finale. And I was already excited that they already announced a season 2 and a season 3 for that matter. They already announced for it. I was thinking, great, more seasons, please. And they already got the picture of Spider-Gwen. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. I absolutely love it. But that's what made me so frustrated with Spider-Man in terms of Sony. They're doing Spider-Man so dirty with Sony. And this could be controversial when I say this, but this is Disney's baby. I'm sorry. This is not Sony's baby anymore. I'm sorry. Sony is only doing the promotion of the movie. This is Disney's franchise. Because what they're doing, what Sony did to Spider-Man last year was an absolute disgrace. And the fact that Disney is doing much better with the Tom Holland movies, and now this show shows you that this company is just, it's getting buried down in the dirt. It's ridiculous of what Sony's doing. It's so bad.
Sony just doesn't know what to do with their own IP.
That's what it is. They don't know how to make their own movies.
No.
Because like I know that some people will be like, oh, Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man movies were good.
Yes, they were.
Absolutely.
I love the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 definitely had its flaws.
Yeah.
Same
with Spider-Man 3.
Same with Spider-Man 3, and a lot of it was studio interference.
Yes.
It was like it was too packed. There wasn't enough time. Sony just, when Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't do well, they took the worst lesson from it.
Yes.
Like they seemed to be like, oh, nobody gives a fuck about Spider-Man, so let's make it about everybody else. Like that's one of the stupidest fucking things you could ever do.
It worked with Venom, but the other three, no, it doesn't work.
It's because they're not characters that should have stood on their own.
Right.
No.
Venom is a big enough character like Joker to stand on his own.
Yeah, and I could make the case for Kraven if Spider-Man were in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be like a Kraven's Last Hunt type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Which I want an animated of.
It'd be really cool.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When Sony said this is the official Sony Spider-Man universe, that's Sony lying to you. That's lying to you. When they said the Spider-Man was going to be in it, they were lying to you. It's just them being so greedy and being so dumb. That's what it is.
They would have been better off, even though I like some of those movies. Like,
I know.
We don't need to get into it.
I know.
But they would have been better off, like Amazon's doing Spider-Man Noir. They would have been better doing a Miles movie.
Yes.
That do other Spider-Man movies. Do a Jessica Drew Spider-Woman movie.
Yeah.
Do other Spider characters. And do actual hero movies instead of anti-hero movies. They're making anti-heroes out of actual villains.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
To carry back into the main episode that we did this week.
Yeah.
Venom was in it.
Yeah.
Which it was cool. That was a cool Venom. I like it.
The fact that we still don't have a follow-up to Jumanji in the Next Level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they weren't really doing anything with Ghostbusters for a while.
Yeah.
And like now they're like, oh, we have like these 6 different projects lined up. It's like, okay, but are they going to be good Ghostbuster projects? Because I'm not entirely sure how much I trust you.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I said that they're now my least favorite company, and it's now the hated company that I hate the most.
And
like that drives me crazy.
You can say what you want about, like, I know Tom Holland's your favorite, but you guys have to admit that Amazing Spider-Man had the best web swinging.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And best costume.
Yes.
The only one that could be better is the one at the end of No Way Home.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
Okay.
And then it also has the best, specifically Amazing 2, has the best cinematography in any Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
No Way Home was really good with his. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and visually it was absolutely gorgeous. But
Well, that's what I mean by the camera work, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but ugh. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No.
I'm Sony's doing this session. I don't want to go there. But anyway, yeah, I just I was so glad I wasn't disappointed. I was so glad that I loved it so much. It was just such a breath of fresh air, and to see just actual Spider-Man. Thank God it's something about Spider-Man for once. It was so good. I loved it so much, and I cannot wait for season 2 whenever this thing comes out. I'm gonna take a guess. It'll come out next year. That's my guess.
I would hope so. With how I can't remember if it was Faggy who said it or somebody else, But they were saying that they wanted to have multiple seasons of the same show a year.
I
Like
see how well that's going for X-Men '97.
Yeah, I know.
I still need to watch that a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I prefer X-Men '97 over this.
Yeah, agreed.
And I know you
I-
said I don't have to watch the original to understand X-Men '97.
No, you really don't have to. It
Okay.
definitely makes it more worth the watch.
It will give added context,
Yeah,
like Falcon Winter Soldier with Brave New World.
yeah.
Yeah.
You really don't need to go into it with anything. It
Even though
gives
I
you
want to
with a
watch
pretty good
it because
fresh
I heard
start.
X-Men '92 through '97 is amazing.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
It's funny because someone else someone I know came into work. My very first childhood best friend,
Yeah.
and I guess she had watched '97 and has never watched the original either, just like I did.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
still think that it's insane that you haven't watched the original X-Men series.
It's on my list.
Well, get to it.
Yeah.
Right
Oh,
now I'm
It's
rewatching
pretty
Daredevil and
easy
stuff.
to bust them out. Well,
Yeah.
with the prep, I can see that.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Oh,
rewatching.
yeah, yeah.
I think I mentioned I'm watching Daredevil, Punisher, Hawkeye, and Echo because of Kingpin and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the first 3 seasons of Daredevil and Defenders.
yeah. I didn't watch Defenders. I should have.
Yeah,
I was
Because
gonna say.
Punisher is going to be a main part of.
yeah.
I know. I just
I was gonna say one more quick thing.
Yeah, go
Which this one also should have just came to me. Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
nerd.
It's the old age.
Yeah, I know. Now I forgot what I was gonna say about it.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll think about it, Dylan. You can go ahead and tell me what your thought about the show, and I'll think about what it is. Yeah.
I want to start with one of the main things that one of the main things I really want to talk about was the downfall of Lonnie Lincoln. It's so because you know that it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
And
I was
you
going
know
to say,
that
were
it's
they
only gonna
playing
keep
him out to
going.
be an anti-hero or something?
No, I think that
Or do you think he was just lying to his mom about the new school?
I'm really not sure because I could totally see Peter trying to hook Lonnie up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up there.
It's him trying to save him, essentially, and it's not working.
Yeah,
Is what-
he's
that's what I
gonna
was
keep
gonna-
falling down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I gathered. Okay.
yeah. I think that he's going to continue falling down the rabbit hole because if you looked, you can see that the gray starting to form on his fingertips, and I think that that's slowly gonna, like creep into his consciousness.
Yeah, he's going to look
take
like the
him
comic
over.
Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah, this really was just. There were other subplots that were happening in the show, and that was the biggest one, and it was very
Heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. Yeah, because you see somebody who,
Was dealt a bad hand, basically.
well, like he was dealt a bad hand. He was making the best of it, and then, even though he's doing everything that he can to get away from it for the show, he makes that deal, and then he starts to accept that kind of life,
Yes.
and it's really upsetting
It
to
is.
watch. I don't know. I think that was written really well.
Yes.
I think that I don't remember the name of the actor that played Lonnie,
Yeah.
but I think that he was also really good. I think that he put a lot of heart into it.
And we'll just say it's not a situation that's unheard of.
No, not at all. If you know Snoop Dogg, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, that was just really upsetting to watch unfold
It
because
is.
like it's one of those things where it's like it's not gonna stop, even though you're screaming at the screen like, no, don't, no, that's a bad move, no, please do anything else.
Yeah.
Even though like
Uh,
you're doing that, you know that this is who the character turns into.
I
You know
forget,
that
did you
this
say
is
you
the
watched
path.
Black Lightning?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Khalil's like that on Black Lightning.
Yeah, I think you brought that up.
Yeah.
No, I just the Lonnie Lincoln storyline here was honestly one of my favorite parts of season 1, just because of how like deep and grounded in that
Yeah.
it was able to be, and how just how it was played out.
Yes,
I think that it was done really well. I was a big fan.
that
of
was
it.
some of the best writing in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we saw a proper Scorpion.
Yes.
It's
Super interesting. Yeah.
well, like it's like first of all, they didn't get the original guy back for it, did they? The guy that was in Homecoming.
I
'Cause
don't think
Matt
so.
Gargan was in it.
I forgot he was in it.
Yeah, because
I'm
he's
not
the
the
guy at the
biggest fan of
very
Homecoming.
end
Yeah.
where like Vulture's in the prison. He's like, "Hey, we're
Oh,
on the
yeah,
street
I
is,
forgot
you know
about
who
that.
Peter
Yeah.
is." Yeah. I don't think that was the same guy.
I need to rewatch all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I did a rewatch recently.
I'm gonna rewatch them again before the new one comes out in 2026. Can't wait to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you got a year to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no problem, because I love watching all of them.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great watch. No, I'm glad that we got a proper Scorpion in it. It's about time. It's been what, 8 years? 9? I
8.
yeah, because Homecoming was
17.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, like, not to get too off topic, but
Uh.
when we do, as you guys have seen, we're doing like top movies of 2005, whatever.
Mhm.
When we do 2017, oh boy, yeah, it's. I feel like 2017 was the best year for comic book movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
agreed.
was. Yes. Yes.
Guardians to Wonder Woman, Logan, Power Rangers,
Ragnarok,
Thor
right?
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Homecoming. There was that other one we don't mention.
You see Power Rangers already?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was thinking Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh, Joss Whedon's
Yeah.
Justice League. Yeah.
Justice
that,
League-
That
Justice League didn't come out in 2017. It came out in 2021.
Yep. Damn straight. Mm-hmm.
But we will we will discuss that in our Superman movie rankings, which unfortunately it's going to be included on the list. I used to like it, but not
I can't
anymore.
wait to rank the Superman movies.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
I'm ranking even the animated ones
Of
because
course.
there's like 10 of them total. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than ranking all the Batman movies.
Yeah. Because I won't even count the Justice Leagues on my list. I'll just do Superman movies.
Mm.
So like, there's only 10.
Well,
And-
then Snyder
and-
Cut wouldn't be on there.
And-
Right. I'm not saying it's gonna be on my list for Superman.
Yeah. And it probably came to my head what I was going to say. I love that they did a different origin story. I like that they did something very different with Spider-Man. Because people are going to say, oh, why origin stories are all the same. No, they're not. They're completely different.
They essentially did what they did with Miles.
Yeah, that was one of my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not.
It's not original.
Yeah. It's
The
it's
time
the same
loop.
world.
The time loop aspect was interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did time instead of dimension.
Yeah.
Because that's what my immediate thought was
Yeah.
like he's from a different dimension. Him
Yeah.
being like,
Yeah,
"Where
That's
am
what mine
I?"
was too. Yeah.
Hearing you react during the finale was great. You being like, oh,
Oh, like with the Watcher and stuff.
that you were like, oh, like,
Yeah, with
when
the
Doctor Strange
yeah.
actually finally landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got here before 6 o'clock, and Matthew was finishing up episode 10.
'Cause I was running a little bit late.
Dylan and I, we were hearing his reaction. I was thinking, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah,
Just-
I was like, vibes, yeah, same.
Just the different amount of O's. Oh.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh.
I wasn't. I was trying to tune out like everything that was happening because I was reading on my phone at the time.
Yeah.
But I was like, for whatever reason, I was dialed into how you're reacting, and so like I was like, I know what that is. I know what
Yeah,
that is.
yeah,
I know what
As long
that
as there's
is.
no other.
No, I speaking of about the Doctor Strange thing. It's. I hope that we don't get symbiote Spider-Man
Yeah, I don't want that right away.
in animated at least.
Okay.
If we get symbiote Spider-Man, when we get symbiote Spider-Man,
Tom Holland and Tom Hardy.
it needs to be Tom Holland and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I don't want animated Spider-Man getting the symbiote first. I'm sorry, I do not need that kind of shit in my life.
Okay.
I can.
Give us Venom,
Yeah.
but
I want him to get the symbiote, but not yet. I want it to happen in live action first.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If we get in like season 5, okay.
Well, like season 3.
Okay.
I would say season 3
That was
for
going to be
this
my guess,
show.
too, season 3.
Because my thought is, I doubt it will run this long. But since they're only 10-episode seasons, I'd like 10 seasons.
Yeah. I can see that, especially if they do try doing the multiple seasons a year
Yeah,
thing.
because they'll give us 100 episodes. Same with X-Men 97, I'd like that.
Yeah.
Because,
That'd be
like,
awesome.
it, like, with animated, it doesn't matter if the actor's age, really.
No.
As long as they can keep that same tone of voice.
I mean, Shamik Moore is, what, like 30-something?
35 or something. He's playing Miles.
Yeah,
at,
he's
like,
playing
16.
like a 16-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
But, yeah. I just thought it was interesting, though, jumping from playing Starfire to Aunt May. Like, that shows you, like, the age thing, though.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Just a few years ago, she was 16, 18, whatever,
Mm.
and now she's in her 50s. I'm assuming the Aunt May's probably in her 50s.
No.
You think 40s?
Yeah, I think that she's like late 30s
You think?
because she's young.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like
Marissa
she's-
Tomei, I was thinking was like
I know
52.
Marissa Tomei is. She looks really good for her age.
Yeah, she's like 52, I think, something like that.
Yeah, but you have to think about like what the casting call was for it. Where
True.
they're like, oh well, this is going to be the range.
Yeah.
The range for that had to have been like you had to be able to play like something from a 29-year-old to a 42-year-old.
Yeah.
And
Something like
Marissa Tomei fit that category. So I
Yeah.
would say like a roughly like 35 or something.
that. Okay.
Because she has to be roughly the same age as Peter's parents would be.
Yeah.
And
Which we'll talk about that at the end. I have a theory. I'll save it till you're done.
okay.
I'll jump into that though when you're done because I really want to try my theory out on you guys.
Yeah, I got you. No, one thing that I want to talk about is Doc Ock. Dude, Hugh Dancy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just haven't seen enough of Hugh Dancy, but I did not recognize him whatsoever.
He looks exactly out of the comic.
He does. That was awesome.
I love that design. So good.
That
So
is
good.
straight up out of OG Amazing Fantasy.
It is.
Yeah.
Again, like this is absolutely the show that was going to go like as comic accurate as they could while
Yeah.
blending with like the MCU synergy.
Yeah.
It's wild to me that we got a Doc Ock that looks like that.
Yes.
Like all the other ones are aside from like the original '90s show,
Right.
and like Spider-Man and his amazing friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they try to modernize Doc Ock a little
Right.
too much.
Because
Like,
a lot of we're better now than we were, but a lot of times superhero projects are like, oh, this looks stupid, we can make it look better.
yeah, and
Instead of going for this is how it looked in the comic, it's supposed to look stupid.
yes, I want comic accurate costumes, and I understand the oh well we don't want it to look like it's spandex. Why?
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
upgrades
Like-
I'm good for. Like I feel like Daredevil looks better Charlie Cox than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, the material probably looked more accurate to the comics, but
Yeah,
I feel like Charlie Cox's costume is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
yeah. It definitely is a little bit overcomplicated.
Yeah.
But a great example of them being like, here's this character with their costume and like deviating from the original was Star Spangled Man.
Yes.
Like we got the original costume when he was on that USO tour,
Yeah.
and then when they gave him a military issued suit, of course it's going to look military issued. It's
Yeah.
not going to look
Right.
exactly the way that it did in the comics.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm really happy that we got the scales in Endgame.
Yes.
Like that's beyond insane. Still wish that we would have gotten the red boots, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
take the wins where we can get.
Yeah.
them.
What I was gonna say about Doc Ock, as much as I love the '90s show and Doc Ock, I love him in that show. This Doc Ock is way better in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
For sure.
He looks amazing. Absolutely love it.
I think that this is my favorite instance of animated Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Mine too.
It's
Mine
so
too.
good.
Mine too.
Part of it is the other animated shows. Like I still love all the animated shows from growing up, Justice League and everything else.
Mm.
Part of it is those were still written. They were written for everybody, but they were written with kids in mind. These are still a little bit more mature storytelling, like than compared to something like because it's not exclusively for kids. It's like X-Men 97 is rated 14.
Yeah.
So it's like Young Justice, where it's a little bit more mature storytelling than just something that kids were the number one priority.
Yeah.
Because as dark as Batman the Animated Series is, it's still with kids as the number one priority.
Yeah.
It still plays it 98% safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this was made a little bit darker. They show a little bit of blood and stuff like that.
Which I admire them for doing that. I admire what they decided to do for that one.
This is more like the original Star Wars, where it's made with kids in mind, but it really is written for all audiences.
Yeah.
Yes. Which
Well-
that's what it should be.
Don't we also hear Peter swear in it?
There's
in the show.
yeah, there's a couple cuss words throughout the show.
Yeah,
It's all minor stuff, but there
Yeah.
is some swearing. Yeah,
One thing. Hold on. Being on this topic,
yeah,
the topic of darker content and
Yeah.
like heavier themes and stuff like that, tying into No Way Home. The end of No Way Home, where Peter's standing over Norman about to ram his glider into him.
we get a parallel to that.
Yeah, we get a parallel to that here, and it's very interesting because it's Norman who does it both times.
Yeah,
Norman's who drove him to do it in No Way Home, and Norman was also echoing in Peter's ears the entire time that Peter was like, "Okay, it's time to lock in, take this shit seriously."
Yes.
where he what's the word I'm looking for? Twisted, I guess we'll use is the word.
Are you talking about the infamous quote?
Yes.
I would say bastardized.
Okay.
That's the best
That-
way that I could put
that-
it. Just
that
because
seems-
of the
Ooh,
entire
good
yeah,
one,
that's
good one.
that's a good way to put it. Obviously, the original quote: "With great power comes great responsibility."
Mm.
Norman tells him, because Norman's obviously a different person than Uncle Ben.
Yeah, he's a step in for Stark, but like obviously corporate greed and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Like he's not a great dude.
No. Stark's at least trying to be a good person.
Yeah, yeah.
Norman, it's more intimidation.
Mm.
I feel, and he says, "With great power comes great respect."
Yeah.
So it kind of circles into like Uncle Ben's like, if you have power, you should use it to help people.
Yeah.
Norman's like, if you have power, they should fear you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Norman, literally, I felt so bad for him because I was like, this isn't.
Yeah, I
This
just say
isn't
he
the
was written
the-
so well in the show, but you know he's gonna be at least bad eventually. You know it's gonna happen.
Well, he's still bad. Like you see it all throughout. The fact
Yeah,
that he's
but
lying,
he's
the fact
so
that he stole
nice
Spider-Man's
to Peter
blood
in the
and-
show.
He's manipulative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what it
like,
is.
He's an evil businessman. Like he's the even though like it is very evil, I do I do want to say what he did to Doc Ock was insane.
That was
Yeah.
just cold.
It really was. It was ruthless. The entire him being like, oh, what was it you said? That you were better off without me, and that you would, that I would never be able to access your,
Oh,
your
gosh, yeah.
inventions
Yeah.
ever again, even if I paid you all the money in the
Oh,
world or
good
something like
night.
that.
Yes.
Well-
Like now, here I am. I didn't have to spend a single cent on all of your ideas, but now I own them. Like, dude, holy crap!
I recently rewatched Straight Outta Compton.
Uh.
If Norman Osborn was ever to release a mixtape, he'd have to call NWA because he'd have to release on Ruthless Records.
Yeah.
That was good.
But that was so ruthless. My gosh.
It was. The characterization of Norman here is brilliant.
It is.
Absolutely.
Really is.
Absolutely. Like. That's a big bravo. That's what we're gonna say about this point.
What villains do you want to see in the second season? Obviously, we're going to get actually Doc Ock.
Shocker.
Okay.
I want to see Shocker. I want to see.
I want to wait. I want Morbius, but I don't want him yet. I want him in like 3 or 4. I'd like to see Morbius again because he was used a little bit in '94.
Do you think that we will get Venom in season 2?
Like proper Venom.
Venom or Agent Venom?
Uh-huh.
I could see more of a Agent Venom going with it right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not entirely sure where the line is between Marvel and Sony when it
Right.
comes to Venom. Like if they're able to do a lot more with him.
Well, they were allowed in Ultimate Spider-Man because animated was different than live action. They said was their rules. So they were allowed anyone in Ultimate Spider-Man. So I would imagine it's the same with this.
Okay. So I could see Venom appear. If Venom were to appear, who would you want him to be?
What do you mean?
Like, would you want it to be Flash? Would you want it to be?
I'd want Eddie Brock,
Okay.
and I'd also like to get Carnage eventually.
Wait, huh?
I'd want Carnage eventually.
Carnage would have to be like season 3.
That's what I'm saying. Like later on,
Yeah.
like if it ran 10
Yeah,
seasons,
because that was one of the ones that popped into
Yeah.
my head too.
if it ran 10 seasons, I want Carnage like 6 or 7. Like I'd want there to be a big because Carnage is really one of the most menacing Spider-Man villains.
He's one of the most terrifying by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I got a good one.
Really?
Who was that villain's name in Zombie X Marvel Spider-Man? The one that worked with May Parker at the community service.
Oh, Mr. Negative.
Yes, bring him in season 2.
I could see him showing up in season 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Mr. Negative in the video game. He is a phenomenal character. I have not seen him in live action form.
Actually, if we don't,
neither in animation form. I want to see that.
if we don't get an animated movie, if Marvel doesn't start doing like the direct-to-DVD animated movies, which I doubt they will, what if we got a variation of Kraven's Last Hunt in a later season?
I really want that actually.
Yeah.
Have that follow up. Have that follow. If we get the symbiote in the animated series, I don't want Peter face off against Venom with the symbiote, unless it's like end of season 2.
Right.
But like following that, as soon as he has the symbiote, I want him to be tracked down by Kraven.
Yes.
Because then I want him to like lose it at a certain point and have the entire like ripping it off of him scene again.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And we're gonna get more Chameleon.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I forget who voiced Chameleon here.
I don't remember.
It wasn't the original actor,
Right.
but I can't remember. It might have been Roger Craig Smith. No, Roger Craig Smith was the coach.
Yeah.
It's a well known voice actor.
Who do you want to play Gwen Stacy?
Ooh. Can they bring back Emma Stone?
That's what I was gonna say. Wouldn't it really be a trip if they brought back Emma Stone?
I that would be so cool if they do that.
I'm not one to cast based off of celebrity status. But I do have a pick.
Okay.
It's not Taylor Swift.
I was gonna say, please no.
It's not Taylor Swift. I'm not Paul. I'm not going to suggest Taylor Swift.
She already did voice acting once, and that was it.
I don't know how she is, but I'm good. I was going to see Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes, I love her. I love her. Girls Meets World, and she's a talented singer.
Yeah,
she is great.
I like a lot of the stuff that I've seen
Okay.
from her. But
And I feel like
say,
she would be good in live action too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
My
would
other
be the
my
adaptation.
other thought was Sydney Sweeney.
Yes, that was my other thought as well. Yeah, I just.
Although I
can
kind of
see
want Sydney Sweeney for Black Hat.
I kind of just want Sydney Sweeney to have a redemption after Madam Web.
Yes.
Not to get into Madam Web or anything.
Right.
But
John's gears are already grinding.
I just say, well, please make Sabrina Carpenter be Gwen Stacy. I'll be so happy in Sabrina Carpenter because I also love her in Milo Murphy's Wall. She's great in that show as well.
I didn't know that she was. I've never seen Milo Murphy.
It's so funny. You would love it. I love season 1, but she is so talented.
Okay.
I would love to see her being Gwen Stacy. Will she fall in love with Peter Parker in season 2?
I mean,
I think so.
yeah, because we don't have MJ in this universe.
Right.
That's the entire
Not
reason.
yet. Not yet.
I know, not yet. But like, Peter should have ran across Ned Leeds in Midtown,
Yeah.
but instead he joined up with Nico.
Right.
That's
so
true.
that's making me think that we're not going to get MJ for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If we do, we might get the classic redhead MJ instead of
maybe.
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah,
Instead
but,
of Zendaya.
Oh.
My excitement on my face for season 2. I can't wait.
It's gonna be really good. I cannot wait. We got a shock the day before the show dropped. The voice for Peter, Hudson Thames, he made a questionable comment like the day before the show dropped, so I was kind of like,
I'm not familiar with that name.
It's the guy that was voicing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same voice from What If as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he voiced him. He voiced
Which
him in both
I didn't
of
get a
these
chance to
projects.
watch a single episode of that show.
Dude, watch What If.
What
It's
if?
good.
Yeah.
What if?
I've been wanting to watch it, but I was so busy with other shows.
It's better for you to watch it in this one setting than wait for each season the way that I did. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
a bit disappointed with the seasons because of the wait. But I feel like watching them all the way through, I don't think that there would be a whole lot of disappointment there.
But needless to say, he was a perfect actor to play Spider-Man. He was great.
He definitely did a good job portraying the character. He's definitely not my favorite Spider-Man. Not my favorite Spider-Man actor.
Understandable.
But no, he nails the Tom Holland quality
Yes.
in
That's
the
true.
MCU. I do think that he did well. Just Marvel media train your people a little bit better. just a little bit better. No, I was really happy with this show. I thought it was really good.
Me too. Yeah.
I like
As
a
you can
lot of the
tell.
little. I like the little nods that we get. I like that there was the Future Foundation suit, basically. Going back to one of the questions that you asked, Lizard. I want Lizard.
Yes.
We already got Dr. Connors.
Yes.
I know that people are like, oh, she's a woman. I don't care about that.
It's Dr. Connors.
It's Dr. Connors. I couldn't care what she's got going on.
Yeah.
But give us Lizard, because if they do pursue, like, Norman becomes the Green Goblin because of the Fire Blood, it can only stand to reason that something would happen to her as well.
I hope we get Hobgoblin too.
Yeah. I want Hobgoblin, but I'm holding out hope that they make Ned Hobgoblin.
Do you think Vincent D'Onofrio will show up as Kingpin?
He was supposed to show up this season.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah, he was credited for the last episode. They probably removed it though.
Yeah.
But I was expecting him to show up.
Yeah.
I honestly could see him appearing in the second season,
Uh,
unless like
what
they
if-
keep with the time frame, you know.
Yeah. I'd move it farther down the line and have we'll keep going with this 10 season thing.
Yeah.
Like season 6 or 7. Have him and a fully developed Tombstone go head to head.
I like the use of fully developed Tombstone here. I love that.
I'm trying to get smarter with my wording.
No, I get you. Dude, I want more, because Lonnie can't drop as one of the main characters. There's no way.
They're
He-
keeping him.
I really want them to continue his individual storyline.
Yes, they are.
And like carry it across. I'm kind of worried that he might take a little bit more of a backseat to Nico, just because of what we saw in the finale.
Yes.
Which, if you know about Nico, you have something to expect about that.
Yeah.
I'm just bummed out that we didn't see that on screen, and it was just Nico.
Yeah.
Like, please, I'm very interested. I'm not scared that she's going to take priority over Lonnie, because I like for both of their storylines to happen.
Yeah.
It's just Lonnie's descent isn't over.
No.
It's obvious. Not to jump back to my first point, but I don't know. Nico has to be explored at some point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe they'll reintroduce like the Runaways as a team
Okay.
in the next season, or maybe the third. I really don't know. To be honest, I kind of hope that they don't. Just
Right.
keep it where it is, a little more grounded in street level, or as grounded as it can be with Spider-Man having a tech trillionaire as his sponsor.
Right.
But that's a general MCU complaint.
Yeah.
No, I was a big. I really liked it. I really liked the season. I kept calling that big Russian thug Brick.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Brick is a Marvel villain.
Brick is a
right?
DC villain.
DC villain.
Yeah.
Damn. I had
Um,
both encyclopedias growing up, so I was constantly swapping
Gotcha.
back and forth.
So was that the majority of what you had to say?
Yeah, that was the majority of it.
Okay.
We can.
I'll go to this final point then. The ending.
Yep.
Richard Parker is in prison. My theory,
I did not see that coming.
it's a Barry Allen situation where they think he murdered his wife.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I really don't know. I
'Cause
think
they're
that it could
usually
be like he
both
was
dead
framed
and-
for something.
yeah. They're usually both dead in the comics.
I could see him being framed for something.
Yeah.
But
It's a framing job, definitely. It's not.
I don't know, because Aunt May didn't seem.
But she might believe he actually did it.
She could. But I don't know. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know. Honestly, I was scared for a second that it was going to be Ben or something. I was like, how the fuck?
No,
yeah, I
that
would
wouldn't
say.
make
I mean, like,
sense.
no, that's
yeah,
not bad. No,
I was like, how the hell is this?
No, they took their shot with Ben right at the beginning.
One shot.
Dude,
Two shots in the night.
respect Ben Parker's legacy, even though it's a fictional character. Jeez.
How about a
We're saying
sing-along?
a fact. He died. He got shot.
How about a sing-along? Shot to the heart in your...
And Sandman's to blame.
So, star rating... 4.5?
Are you sure you don't want to continue on that last point?
I don't really have much to say unless you got something to say.
Well, I just there's so little to go on there.
There's so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
I feel like because Aunt May should have gotten to know Richard.
Yeah.
She should have. So I don't see why. I don't think that it could have been anything bad enough to where it would have been understandable for her to believe that he actually did something if he didn't do it.
Okay.
Because I don't think that they would have done like he killed his wife or something like that. Like I think that if they did anything, it would be like he did a break-in or something.
Okay.
But even then, I don't think that Aunt May would be treating him the way that she seemed to. You know?
If it wasn't like murder or something.
Yeah, like I feel like that she would have had like a little more compassion for it than what she had in that little bit.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Marvel, don't make us wait 2 years for a fucking season.
Don't X-Men 97 us.
Don't X-Men 97 us. Don't What If us. Don't
Sony,
Moon Knight us, because there's no way that we're not getting a second season.
Sony already beyond the Spider-Verse us, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Faye, you need to not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got screwed with Beyond the Spider-Verse.
I still stand by that Across is the best one. I'll stand by that. But Sony, come on. Can we at least get a release date for it, please? And it can't
Well,
be
can you please treat
2028
your
because
animators better?
because I was looking for a release date. They still have not yet got a release date yet. So I don't think it's 2028.
I will
So.
stand by my fact. Well, it's fact. It should be fact. If you're gonna release a 2-part movie with a massive cliffhanger,
Yep.
have both parts filmed before you release part 1.
Or at least like have the second half almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it should be 90% done if you're gonna.
Or actually, this just came to me. Hey, Sony, here's the easy solution. Make a Spider-Man movie. It should not be this hard.
Because I'll give this last thing if just for reference, I'll use my favorite example for this. The Matrix Reloaded was released May 15th and Revolutions was released November 5th. So they were like 6 months apart. 5 months apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should have had both parts finished. They're doing it with Fast and Furious too.
Yep.
I care more about Spider-Verse than Fast and Furious, but still it's the same crap. There's no release date. There's no work on the project.
I'm thinking that the thing that's holding it up is Dwayne Johnson,
Yes.
because I just know that he was dragging his heels on that one cameo in Fast X.
Yes.
And the fact that they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to do a Fast X.5 with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
What?
And then they were like, and then he's going to come back in for Fast 11. And it's like,
Yeah.
Are you dumb? You shouldn't have brought him back in the first place, but are you dumb?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to badmouth him, but yeah, it's his ego.
Yeah.
Hot take. The best acting that Dwayne The Rock Johnson has ever done was on a Family Guy episode.
Okay.
And it was when he was it's when they hired him to sit in a gray room at a metal table with a figure of Peter Griffin and Lois banging it out. And then at the very it's like a 30-second bit where it's just going do 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 do. They're like slamming them together until either they break or they like fall out of his hand or something, and then he's just there.
Yeah.
It's his best acting.
How do we feel about star rating though? 4.5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Man, that's. I'll go 4.
Okay. Yeah, because
I'll go
there is
for
some
it.
improvement that could be made.
Yeah, I just there's. I've been trying to go with my gut on the ratings a little bit, especially with the TV shows. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's really difficult. But I feel like even though I highly enjoyed a lot of the stuff that was in it, I really like a lot of the little Easter eggs. I like little nods. I don't know, something's telling me 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only TV show I could see, honestly, me giving 5 this year, unless something new really surprises me, is Daredevil.
I would hope that's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I hope so.
John, how about you?
And yeah, I'll give it a full 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Like I said, it reached up to my expectations, and I cannot wait where they go from here.
No, respect.
Thank you for watching. We had a lot to cover with this episode. We hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads. We are most active on Facebook and Twitter. We are maybe starting a TikTok soon. You can listen to our episodes. Well, you can watch our episodes and listen on YouTube. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple. We have a lot of good stuff coming up, including the Oscars live stream next week. We hope you check it out, and we hope you guys enjoy this episode and some of our future episodes. Go check out some of our past episodes. Hope you guys have a good week.
Have a great week, guys.
God bless everybody.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.